and good evening. Here is the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Health Management Agency emerges best insurance agency for data management universal coverage drive. Federal government congratulates South Africa on 31st Freedom Day anniversary. On the foreign scene, Russian president announces 3-day ceasefire in Ukraine from May 8. And in sports, President Tinubu congratulates Remo Stars Football Club on historic Nigeria Premier League triumph. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has been recognized as the leading health insurance and managed care government agency in Nigeria for its exceptional data management, enrollment strategies, and population coverage in 2025. The prestigious award was conferred on the agency by the Institute for Health Insurance and Managed Care as a ceremony with the theme selecting the best for universal health coverage. Presenting the award to LASHMA, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction and former chairman of the House Committee on Health, Yusuf Sununu, congratulated the Lagos State government and LASHMA on this significant achievement. Sununu affirmed his confidence in LASHMA's victory, citing the agency's numerous innovative approaches towards achieving universal health coverage, UHC. He emphasized the Lagos agency's critical role in robust data gathering, interpretation, management, and utilization in effective health insurance. Chairman of LASHMA, Adebayo Adedewe, thanked the Institute for acknowledging the agency's dedication to ensuring the healthy lives of Lagos residents, for bestowing the honor, reiterating LASHMA's unwavering commitment to providing affordable, quality, and equitable healthcare services to all residents regardless of their socio-economic status. Also, Permanent Secretary of LASHMA, Emmanuela Zamba, acknowledged the unwavering support of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in the agency's pursuit of UHC and the realization of its mandate. She affirmed LASHMA's commitment to introducing further innovations within the health insurance landscape to encourage greater enrollment and ensure that no resident is left behind in the journey towards universal healthcare access in Lagos State. Chairman of the Institute for Health Insurance and Managed Care, Hope Wecha, emphasized the pivotal role of health insurance in national health financing, commending the federal government's initiative in establishing the state social health insurance agencies across the country. Lagos State government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with an international consortium company, Belstar and ENCA, for the rehabilitation and expansion of water supply works in the state. Speaking after the signing ceremony, which took place at Alausa, Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokumbo Wahab, said the collaboration is aimed at addressing critical water infrastructure challenges in the state. Wahab said the project, which entails construction, rehabilitation, and installation of water treatment facilities, as well as distribution networks, will provide a reliable and sustainable water supply to the underserved communities. He noted that the project is divided into two parts: the brownfield, which consists of rehabilitation of existing waterworks, and the greenfield, which is the conservation of entirely new waterworks in various locations across the state. Also speaking, Managing Director, Lagos Water Corporation, Mukhtar Tijani, said the LWC will collaborate with the international consortium, provide support for development, technical input, as well as stakeholders' coordination to achieve success. He said the projects will not only provide potable water to communities without water, but it will also see to the eradication of water-related diseases in the state. While speaking, the Group Managing Director, Belstar Capital, Tewodros Polk, pledged that the consortium is committed to the project with the leverage of their strength and technical expertise to ensure long-term productivity and service delivery. POG promised that the consortium will utilize local subcontractors to promote capacity building and sustainable development throughout the different phases of the project, and it is expected to have a completion period of 36 months. Lagos State Task Force has intensified its operations against illicit drug activities in its continued effort to maintain environmental decorum and enforce a zero-tolerance stance against commercial motorcyclists, Okada riders within the Lagos metropolis. Chairman of the Lagos State Task Force, Adetayo Akerele, reaffirmed the agency's unwavering commitment to eliminating criminal elements that threaten the peace and security of residents. The operation led to the apprehension of two suspects, Soji Inowali and another individual, Mufu Shobo, who is currently at large for allegedly using motorcycles as couriers to transport illicit drugs across various locations. The suspects are also believed to be involved in other criminal activities such as bag snatching, pickpocketing, and shoplifting. During the operation, task force officers uncovered a cache of illegal substances including Colorado, Indian hemp, narcotics, scissors, and other controlled items concealed in a school bag. Akerele said the discovery highlights the growing concern over the misuse of commercial motorcycles for criminal purposes, emphasizing the urgent need for sustained enforcement actions against recalcitrant riders who endanger public safety on Lagos highways. He also urged members of the public to remain vigilant and promptly report any suspicious activities through the agency's See Something, Say Something initiative. Chairman of the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, LASUBEB, Hakim Shitu, has paid an unscheduled visit to some state primary schools across Lagos State on the first day of school resumption in a proactive move to ensure a smooth and effective start to the new academic term. The chairman, accompanied by top officials of the board, visited schools across multiple local government areas, interacting directly with pupils, teachers, and school administrators. The visit aimed to assess the level of preparedness of schools, monitor pupil turnout, inspect facilities, and reinforce the government's commitment to quality education delivery. Speaking during the visit, Shitu emphasized the importance of punctuality, discipline, and a conducive learning environment, and he also commended schools that showed impressive readiness and urged those with identified gaps to work swiftly to address them. Shitu reiterated the state government's dedication to supporting teachers through continuous training and providing improved infrastructure and learning materials, assuring parents and guardians that the board will continue to prioritize the safety, welfare, and academic excellence of all pupils across the state. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has extolled South Africa on the occasion of its 31st anniversary of Freedom Day. Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuga, in a statement, extended the government's warm congratulations to his counterpart, Minister of International Relations and Cooperation of South Africa, Ronald Lamola, on the joyous occasion of the 31st anniversary of South Africa's Freedom Day. Tuga said the day marks the historic triumph of democracy over apartheid and the celebration of the enduring spirit of resilience and unity that defines the South African journey. He described Nigeria and South Africa as two of Africa's largest economies and democracies, saying both countries bore shared responsibility to champion peace, security, and inclusive development on the continent. The Federal Ministry of Education has announced a transfer of two pro-chancellors in what it described as a bid to enhance university governance and promote fairness, transparency, and good governance in the country's universities. According to the ministry spokesperson for Lashade Boriowo, the transfers are part of ongoing reforms aimed at creating a more conducive educational environment for Nigerian students while maintaining high standards in the nation's universities. Boriowo said the ongoing reforms are focused on ensuring fairness, transparency, and high-level governance across all universities, ensuring that students receive the right education in the most conducive environment. And now to foreign news. Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced a temporary ceasefire in the war in Ukraine. The Kremlin has said the ceasefire will run from the morning of May 8th until the 11th of May, which coincides with the victory celebrations to mark the end of World War II. In a statement, it said Putin declared the ceasefire based on humanitarian considerations. Ukraine has not yet responded. The Kremlin announced a similar 30-hour truce over Easter, but while both sides reported a dip in fighting, they accused each other of hundreds of violations. Ceasefires have been attempted more than 20 times in Ukraine. All of them failed eventually, and some within minutes of going into effect. Now, sports president Bola Tinubu has congratulated Remo Stars Football Club on their victory in the 2024-2025 Nigeria Premier Football League season, describing the achievement as a major milestone that puts Ikenne and Ogun State firmly in the national spotlight. In a statement issued by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the president commends the players, coaching crew, and management of Remo Stars for what he called their hard work, discipline, and unyielding spirit, hailing the team's resilience and perseverance, noting their determination in the face of previous disappointments. He noted that the investment of the chairman, Kunle Soname, particularly construction of the state-of-the-art stadium in Ikenne, had provided a vital foundation for the growth of sports in Nigeria. President Tinubu urged the team to maintain the undaunted spirit and focus as they aim for continental honors, calling on football fans across the country to support the team as they embark on their journey on the African stage. That's all for the news at 9. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 280 youths were trained in solar farm construction? You can get more details on the Lagos State government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has been recognized as Nigeria's leading health insurance and managed care government agency for its exceptional data management, enrollment strategies, and population coverage in 2025. The federal government has extolled South Africa on its 31st anniversary of Freedom Day. We also told you that Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced a temporary ceasefire in the war in Ukraine. And in sports, President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Remo Stars Football Club on their victory in the 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier Football League season, describing the achievement as a major milestone that puts Ikenne and Ogun State firmly in the national spotlight. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoika. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.